The old PC shutdown. How much time do I have left? Well, we're back anyway. So basically what happened, or what has been happening, just this week, is we got a Windows update, you know, one of those automatic updates that Windows decides to send out every once in a while without your input or permission. And that update apparently doesn't play nice with something else on here. I'm not sure if it's my graphics drivers or if it's OBS. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some... I don't think it's OBS, because I've had that happen once when I was just in Discord and didn't have anything else. Didn't have anything else active. So it might just be a Windows thing. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to roll back that Windows update. Now I don't want his Lydon to be, or his Elwyn to be able to get me next turn. But I do have turn priority. But putting me in range, if everyone's guarded, there's no sense in that, so... Yeah, there's no sense in that if everyone's guarded. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen again, because the only alternative to actually diagnosing and fixing some software is going to be just playing Apex on my phone from now on, and not streaming it. How boring is that? Then I just have to, like, stream replays of my matches from the match summary, like the battle results. No, I'm going to be Gold 3 tonight. Probably only have time for like 2 or 3 more matches, and if my computer shuts down again, I'm going to be demoralized enough not to play them. So everyone's going to be guarded. There's no sense in me exposing Elwyn. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about AoE Rush, so I don't know how well it's working out. I'm so glad that I'm already on backup time, because I had to use 150 seconds to reboot my PC. So Burn is staying back. As I was saying before my PC crashed, the reason I cursed Burn is because I wanted to disincentivize him to cluster Burn in with the rest of his team. So I maybe shouldn't have opened with one of my only healers there. But part of the reason I did that was an excuse to get Lucretia out of Kyra's range. If he wants to burn his Kyra's guard ignore on my golem, then so be it. Oh, one thing I have to set up since the PC crashed is the multi-chat. Alright, she opted to go for her anyway. No dice. What a pain. She still does have her other guard ignore skill available. Okay, so using Leden's duel on the puppet is actually not a bad idea, because it doesn't waste a significant skill. He needed to get his guard up anyway. Teleport takes so long. Alright, one down. One tank down. Jugler is in range to play a shutdown on Hilda next turn. Plus Kyra does still have that guard ignore up, so she could opt for Tiny Jess. His Jugler is actually currently not guarding physical, so I think my only play here is going to be Elwyn. Assuming he doesn't kill Elwyn with his Elwyn, which is an option. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to go for. That's all I could do was fill up my characters and get ready. Elwyn can't really threaten anyone here right now. He can fill himself back up. He can also retreat back to guard. So he has a Juggler Splash coming in. He has a Sword Dance coming in. And he has a Guard Ignore coming in. Those are the real threats. But with my mages, I currently can't single target any of these characters. Well, I could Juggler. And with these two anti-AoE threats, my AoEs, or Kruger's AoE, isn't going to be the most effective, other than debuffs. So Lucretia's play on Elwyn was really to do two things. To pressure him to move with his Elwyn here, to get his health back, or to run away. Alright, Bernhardt really pasting us. So Kyra has her pick, basically. Probably T-Jess. And that's a straight trade. That's just one life off Elwyn. So he can run away. The Juggler Splash is less of an issue, other than the fact that it is going to cause damage to my whole team, which is going to be the thing that hurts. So I'm not in a great position because I do have to deal with Juggler and Bernhardt, and Bernhardt is going to really eat through my Hilda. So I'll say this in advance, that if my stream crashes again, I don't think I'm going to load it back up. Again, this is strictly for healing. We're going to be in trouble here in a second. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to load the stream back up if it crashes again, just because it's too frustrating. What I'll actually do is I'll have to spend a couple hours trying to diagnose what the heck is going on with it. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Okay. We still have our work cut out for us because the fog is creeping in. Okay, thankfully managed to pull that one out with the brute force of some single target spells against Jugler and Bernhardt to just wear them both down. Not in a great position there. Largely thanks to... I had a strong ban pick against Buki there. GG Buki, by the way, thanks for the game. But I didn't like being put on my heels by losing 150 seconds of my precious time. Didn't feel good. Didn't feel good. In fact, I'm hesitant to play another one. I kind of feel like leaving it here for now and using the rest of my time to roll back my Windows update and do some Googling. Yeah, Vicus Ryu, I think it was deliberate on his part that he was hoping that Lidden would do the bulk of his physical guarding for him. I don't think he planned on me focusing down his Lidden at the start of the match like that. But I agree that not having Triton on Jugler, regardless of whether you're planning on physical tanking with him or not, is a mistake in general. Pretty much always want to have Triton. And then if you don't want him guarding, then just position him at the start of the match so that he won't have guard priority over your other tank. I also think that, not that it really came into play because of positioning, but keeping his Bernhardt so far back at the start probably was a little bit overcautious. Kruger's debuffs on that 3C aren't atrocious. So sticking with your team and keeping that debuffing Bernhardt talent aura close to his team would have been beneficial as well. Yeah, I'm really debating if I want to try for another match or if I just want to fix this stupid computer. Maybe that's what I'll start putting these tips and contributions towards, is a better streaming setup. This is a pretty good studio PC. I don't really have any problems with any of my recording and editing software. I kind of do want to try one more just to see if I can get Bozel out. Let's do one more. Let's see what happens. If my PC crashes, then I'm just gonna shut the stream down for the night and not come back, and I'll go stew somewhere in the corner. I'll fume. And you can all wonder what mysteries befell the match. So player one again. Eye of the Desert. We've got Amelia, Luna, Omega, Reen, Sigma. Oh, look at all these assassins. 4 assassins. And princesses. Banning Hilda, presumably so that he can still crit me. Banning Hilda so that he can presumably still crit me with all these assassins. Well, the assassin I like least is Omega, but you know what? I'm going to get rid of Luna first, just because of the look of this box. Yeah. Who's my anti-assassin tech? Maybe Elwyn. Well, I'll get rid of Hilda, because she makes my Elwyn totally invalidated. And then I believe I'll get rid of Omega. I'll throw Burn in. Burn can be half-decent anti-assassin tech by reducing their stats. I don't have any other tanks anyway, so... Okay, and he's going with his Princess tank. She's also an Empire tank, so she can get buffed via Rosenseal here. I think I'm going to continue picking long leg Empire units for now. My other option was to secure a healer, because he could ban out both my healers. And actually, the reason why I'm considering putting Liana in instead of, like, Sage, for example, is because I hate picking a healer third. Yeah, so that's exactly what he's going to do. Now, if I had another healer in there, that wouldn't really be a play. I'd be able to secure a couple DPS up here and still have a healer in reserve. So we're just going to have to go without. What I'll probably do is I'll try a few games like this tonight, and then I'll try a few games with Liana and see how it goes. See what the difference is, if the pick ban feels better. Let's try Bozel. Let's try him. T-Jess was going to be my only healer there, but she's not super great against long distance counter and Ares potentially blowing her up. I'm actually going to want Guardian Infantry. And we will bring his tanking skill. That feels better. We want Bozel getting in the action. What do you got, Bozel? That's probably fine for you. Ares, I have a feeling you want AoE. And you don't need your faction buff. That'll have to do. Yep. What do you got? Yep. You did go single target. Getting faction buff from Rosen. Okay. Let's just roll out. What's the key to victory in this match? Getting through Emilia somehow, which I admittedly don't have great options for, other than maybe Burn himself. These guys aren't the best against those Trents. Bozel's not going to do too much. He'll have to chew through a lot of Rosenseal stacks, which maybe he can do, I don't know. So Ares is already ready to open on Burn. I think Bozel's just gonna hang. The Ares is concerning. What's your play, this Ares? I mean, he could easily tenderize Burn. He could easily tenderize Burn for a T-Just teleport play. No, I don't have Clock on Bozel. Clock Bozels kind of went the way of the dodo. That said, my Bozel is only 5 stars, so he's not great. I just brought him into the box because of his 3C. I wanted to see how it feels. That said, my Bozel is close to 6 stars, so I will get him to 6 star this season. So then, you know, once I know he's good enough, then I'll start actually investing in him, bringing his enchants up and so forth. For now, he's pretty much just a jobber PvE Bozil. Alright, that's a good play. So he's in range to make a pick on someone now. Probably Bozil. And I can't counter that play because he's being guarded right now. So this should easily kill my Bozil. This is an odd move. Oh, he wants Ares. Okay, that's fair. I don't like to do this without moving. But I also don't want to blow my rain like my glorious charge yet. Yeah, he shouldn't really be afraid of my Bozil. Bozil was just like an easy pick. Okay, so that's the trade, Ares for Ares. He still has his Assassin. He still has his Tejas, who's particularly dangerous against my unhealable Bernhardt. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be afraid of my Bozil. Everyone is nicely guarded right now. Gonna have a hard time getting through that Amelia. I mean, I could just go ham and slap some debuffs down and see what happens, but I don't have any follow-up right now. He will have his teleport back next turn. Now let's see if Bozel can actually strip some debuffs here. A little bit, a little bit. We didn't get through them all on these two. Yeah, Helena is going to be in Sigma mark range next move, because I'm going to go in with her next. Okay, so that's a good move to replenish those Rosen stacks. I don't think she's going to do too much in here. Do we live to fight another day? I don't know. I think I kind of have to do it now because running away, Bozel's dead. Bernhardt is dead. Elwyn can't cut through this Emilia, so I might as well just blow up and see what happens. See if I can strip any buffs. She's still guarding. Helena should be an easy kill. Okay, guess not. So there is one life off Emilia. All I needed was for those Trents to be dead before Elwyn could actually do something to her. Alright, it looks like we silenced Jess. She's still dangerous. She's still dangerous. Silence Sigma, too. Yep, she's still dangerous. Don't have to worry about a tank now. We got Wind Wall. Ooh, barely enough. So I think my priority is going to have to be T-Jess. While she's vulnerable. Alright. It was going to be Helena and Elwyn Smackdown on Sigma next turn, and I had turn priority, so that was enough for Yep. I hate to quit while I'm ahead, folks, but I'm really not feeling great about the whole streaming situation with this PC right now. Kind of don't trust it. Yeah, turn priority is OP. His Sigma was in decent shape. It would have definitely taken both my units. And in order to do that, I would have had to put Elwyn in position where he couldn't get the revive, because he would have been too close to Helena. But Sigma would have been too hurt to really take advantage of that. Bozel was kind of out of play at that point, although I did still have Black Hole up. I honestly think I'm going to call it there, and I'm going to leave the weekend on a high note. I think I went 3-0 there. I felt good about my box, but I think next weekend I am going to experiment with putting Liana in instead of Sage of the Trees. The main thing he's in there for now, like, tiles are so hard to rely on these days because there are so many characters that can strip them. He can buff a lot of these characters. But with Bozel in the box now, he's not kind of the only viable buff for Kyra. So if I get rid of him, I can still rely on other things like Mass Attack or her own Gospel, Bozel's buff, or even Liana's Gospel. So I think for next week, we're going to look something like this. And I'll just experiment and see how the extra healer, if it gives me any more flexibility during pick bans, so I don't feel like I need to pick a healer early, which I hate doing. You know, I might be able to actually get a couple DPS out early and feel confident about it. I mean, I've been doing that anyway. These 3 matches I played without a healer mostly. But I'll actually feel good about it. So we'll see. I'll try this next... I don't have any other advancements coming this week, so there's no more 3Cs and no more of my characters are getting starred up. So that will be the only change next week, so I think that'll be a good time to test that out and see how it works. So that'll be what I do. And other than that, I'm going to leave it here. And I don't think I have anything else to play, so I don't think I'm going to do, like, Free Kong Timeless Trials. And I don't think I'm going to do Final Fantasy. I might save that for tomorrow. I know I promised some Final Fantasy last week, but I missed it because of guests and preparing for guests and cleaning up and doing chores. But this week we should have some more Final Fantasy progress as well. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in the old RPGs. But yes, thanks for coming out and supporting me through the stream, and then the other stream after my PC came back. And I'll catch you in the next one, everyone. Happy Langrissing.